What's up? What's up? Welcome everybody to another episode of Buko Boys.
The Buko Boys podcast.
Yeah. What's up everybody? It's post Thanksgiving, almost into December already.
Yeah, in fact, just some wrap up from last week's episode. We were recording on Thanksgiving Day,
and right after we ate.
Right after we ate,
you
we
could probably hear it in our voices too.
we headed upstairs, and as soon as we got up there, what was waiting for us?
Egg rolls.
Egg rolls.
So I almost said MF and egg rolls. That's how
we excited.
That's how we roll.
Because we were talking about, man, we wish we had egg rolls, and we got up there. We were so happy there was egg rolls.
Shit you not, there was two whole. And guess what? I didn't even eat any that day.
You didn't?
No, because I was so full already.
Oh man, I did.
And then
you had another party to go to though, another Thanksgiving party with your in-laws.
But I did get some for leftovers, so.
I ate them. I ate a bunch, and it was great. And then I had apple pie and pumpkin pie right after.
Excellent.
So it was a good time. Also, as a recap from last week's episode, we were talking about the University of Utah and their sports teams. And I'm actually wearing my Ute shirt. This is Friday, the November 30th that we're recording this. And today, the women's volleyball are playing in the first round of the NCAA tournament.
Whoop, whoop.
So cheering them on. If they win, they're playing in Provo. If they win, they're playing another team that's playing, which is BYU and another team. Whoever wins will play Utah for the next round tomorrow. If Utah advances, we're gonna go to that game. And then the football team, they are playing Washington tonight for the Pac-12 championship in just a few hours. I'm stoked for it.
Yeah, a lot of people. My buddy, he's the henchman.
Oh, yeah,
he's all geared up. He's out there in San Jose right now.
Oh, did he go out there?
He went out there. A few of my other friends went with him.
We were talking about, I was thinking about going out there. I was just too busy. My Sharks aren't playing, so I said, I'm not gonna. I got some work to do, so I'll do that. But part of me wishes I was there, though. That's for sure. But the football team plays tonight. The winner will take the Pac-12 championship.
How about that game though? Last week when they played BYU.
Right. Well, let me finish wrapping this part up because what's gonna happen is if they win. They will go January 1st, New Year's Day. They will play in the Rose Bowl, the winner of the Big Ten.
Awesome.
So I'm rooting for the Utes. Go Utah. And I also want to say, actually, I'm a big fan of all Utah football sports. So Utah State and BYU, I actually cheer all the teams on. I just have my favorite.
I'm wearing blue today. It's not BYU because I don't have any BYU attire because I don't really care for the team too much. But just just because I had to wear something different.
So let's talk about that. Did you watch the game?
I watched the highlights.
Oh my gosh,
it was
nuts.
Not looking good for the Utes in the first quarter.
No, it was 20-0 at halftime. And my wife got home at halftime and she goes, "What's the score?" I said, it doesn't even matter. I was upset. I mean, I didn't give up on the team, but I was also...
You got some glitter on your face.
I'm not surprised. I'm constantly adding more and more Christmas decorations. But that game was nuts. It was awesome. 20-0. Then in the third quarter, what turned the tides was one of the Utah players got an interception for a pick six, and that really seemed to turn the tides. Utah's team got on a roll. It kind of seemed like they're like a second half team this year, especially with the injury for the starting quarterback.
You look like an announcer for the Utes right now.
That's so... If you're watching the YouTube, I probably do. I got my Utes polo, because I had some appointments today, so I got to be professional. So I'm wearing my Utes polo, and I got my headset on.
You look legit as shit right now.
I should be a commentator. I've thought about it. Especially the MMA. I love MMA so much. I want to commentate MMA.
You need a UFC shirt for that.
That'd be awesome. I could pull it off. You're right.
Oh, speaking of UFC... That was another thing that happened, the MMA fight with Chuck Liddell and Tito Ortiz.
Yeah, I watched the highlights of that.
My buddy was there with Tito Ortiz again. He was there. He was, when the fight was happening, he was probably like 5 rows back, but I believe he went and picked him up at the airport and all that.
Nice.
And he was there, and, but that fight, holy shit, Dana White was not happy about it.
Yeah, do you know why he wasn't happy?
Yeah, because he was like, Chuck Liddell is my friend, and as a friend, I would not allow him to fight. How dare you, Oscar De La Hoya? And he was calling him a cokehead.
Yeah, I saw that too.
There was some beef flying in the air.
It was pretty funny. And Tito was clapping back at Dana, and I know Dana and Tito almost got into it in the cage one time. Like they had a fight sanctioned, and Dana was like getting ripped for this fight.
I remember when Dana got ripped.
And Tito pulled out, and I think they were kind of giving him a hard time, but I don't blame him. He would destroy Dana White.
Yeah,
I don't
Dana White
blame
wouldn't have it.
Cheetah. Like, nah, this is like beating up a little kid.
That's unfair
for him. So yeah, not fair. So yeah, just some interesting topics from last week. But you guys want to stay tuned to the end of this episode because we're gonna go and set a world record. We're not gonna talk about it yet.
If
you're watching the YouTube, you might get some hints, but we're gonna set a world record at the end of this episode. I'm excited. You excited?
Yeah, because
But anyway, we're gonna keep going. So we had a couple. Another thing. After Thanksgiving, after we went upstairs, a new trailer was released. It seemed like while we were recording, it might have been released the new trailer for the Lion King movie.
Oh yes.
Because as soon as I got upstairs, people were talking about it, like, oh shit, we just barely must have missed this while we were recording.
Right, and that's been viral as shit right now. All the
I'm so stoked because we already talked about the real life
Right.
I don't know how you call it, but
I can't think of. You just ruined everything in my head because I know the term for it. Now I just
me
want
too.
to say,
And as I was trying to say it, I lost it. But the real life live action. Oh man, it looks so good. I watched the thing where they were comparing the cartoon to the trailer.
And it's so similar. They use
I know, I love
scene
it.
for scene. I think that's what they're gonna do. Kind of like with the Beauty and the Beast one. It was almost scene for scene, identical to the cartoon.
You're right. It was yeah. With like at the beginning, she's walking around singing with the books and everything. Yeah.
So I have a feeling it's gonna be pretty verbatim when it comes to the lines and everything. And
was this a teaser? I didn't catch if it was a teaser or not.
Yeah,
because I don't remember them seeing Scar.
It was more of a teaser. I don't think they have a full trailer out yet because it's not coming out until 2019. So we have some time.
Not much.
Well, maybe 2020 then. I know it was quite a while.
What was it?
Yeah, it's gonna be a while.
But I'm looking forward to it.
Maybe summer 2019. Maybe that's when it is.
Yeah, I think it is. So when the official trailers come out, we'll do a better review. But just off the teaser, we're stoked about it.
Yeah, that looks. I'm gonna watch it regardless. I mean, that soundtrack, I was probably 12 years old when that came out.
Oh, you were in love with that soundtrack.
I love
on cassette. You had the cassette. You played the A side and B side back to back.
Because I could not wait to be king.
You love that Elton John song. You were jamming that. It was so
Elton
good.
John song, man. That was like.
Well, I love a lot of Elton John songs. So.
Yeah, it was like a slow jam, but it wasn't a slow jam.
It was good.
Yeah, it was really good.
So I mean, I'm still.
I would love to hear that be remade as an R&B hit.
That'd be good.
I bet you that it is gonna. I bet you this movie's gonna come out and it's gonna be like Usher singing it.
That'd be good. That'd be great.
That would be so good.
Something like that. That'd be awesome. So I'm excited for this. But I know we were mentioning one of the last episodes too. You know, Mowgli comes out in about a week.
I just watched that trailer the other day
for Mowgli.
Yes.
So that'll be on Netflix. That's out next week.
That is like almost based off my first 6 years of life. That whole movie.
Running through the jungle barefoot.
Exactly. And I got raised by wolves, and then my best friend was a panther. I swear to God, they took my life story.
With a boa constrictor.
Hypnotizing me. I had a bear friend that was always trying to get me to get honey for him. And then they returned me back to human life. And here I am today.
So I was wondering if this was going to be like a spin-off from the Jungle Book movie.
No, it's pretty much not, just another version.
I actually thought it looked like the same kid in the trailer. I'm like, wait, is that the same kid? It's not. I don't think it is.
No, they finally actually are using an Indian child from India. So it's actually going to make sense. Because I remember when they did the one Jungle Book movie, they used the Chinese dude. The one that played Liu Kang.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Oh, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
No, he was Bruce Lee.
Yep, and then it was Bruce Lee. Liu Kang and Bruce Lee.
I don't really remember that one, but I think I liked it.
It was okay. I remember it being okay because we were probably teenagers when it came out.
Okay. I hope Bill Murray... I don't know. I didn't look at the cast, but I really like Bill Murray as Baloo in the movie.
Oh, in that other
in the
Disney
voice
one?
Because I love Bill Murray anyway. I think he's awesome. So I think that'd be awesome if they kept him. But anyway, it looks great, right? I mean, it looks good. It's just a movie, I think, right? It's just a movie.
Yeah. It's not a series.
So it's just a movie. It looks like they talk a lot about the village.
I thought it was going to be a series at first. And
I did too. That's why I got confused. That would be awesome. But it looked like in the trailer for this Mowgli, he's like they do a lot in the village is what I got the impression of. Or off of that trailer anyway. It seemed like they're going to be more in the village.
Yeah. I think they're going to return him back to humanity and then him having a struggle between whether or not he wants to be a wild boy or a city boy.
I mean,
I'm a city boy now, obviously, so we know where this story's going.
Netflix, I really like how Netflix has done their movies. Like, they have original content now.
Money now. They have money now.
They've got money. I mean, they put Redbox and Blockbuster out of business. I mean, Redbox almost took Blockbuster out already, but then Redbox didn't really continue, and Netflix. I mean, remember Netflix was basically you ordered them, right?
Yeah, that's when I first started my Netflix account back then. When I was getting
it was like
DVDs mailed.
It was like, I don't even want to go to Blockbuster anymore. Go to Redbox. I'll have it shipped to me, and now it's like,
and I'll decide when I want to return it.
No late fees.
Yeah,
but I mean, Netflix has changed the game.
I'll tell you what, though, their Christmas movies are corny as shit.
I haven't seen any yet. I'm going to soon. Edna doesn't like the traditional.
And I swear they use the same actors and actresses for the same for different movies, but they use the same actors and actresses. It's
Haley Duff.
there's another chick that's in like 2 or 3 different Netflix.
Danica, the girl from Wonder Years or something like that. They always seem to be in the movies. Let's say that for another episode. I want to talk about another episode because I want to watch a couple of them. I know Edna doesn't really like all the traditionals. I rewatch them every year. So she wants to watch some of these Netflix ones. So I want to watch a couple, and then let's talk about another episode.
While we're on the topic of Netflix, I know you and I had discussed this already. The Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
Yeah.
That was a mind trip. I was not expecting any of these stories.
I was enjoying that.
Yeah.
It's basically like a few short stories into
a
movie.
Six short stories
in a movie. Buster Scruggs is just actually the first story.
Right.
And then there's 5 more after that.
Yeah, and it's only like a 10-minute story. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, the way it ends, I was like, what the...
Yeah, I'm like, the way it ends, I'm like, already?
I know, like, crazy.
But then it went right into another story. They flip pages. I'm like, okay, I get it now.
They flip the page, and it's another story. They show you the picture.
And they had good actors.
Yeah.
Well-known actors.
Liam Neeson.
He was great in it.
James Franco.
I can't think of all of them off the top of my head because I don't know some of their names. I just recognize their faces.
Yeah, very recognizable actors and actresses in this.
It was so good.
Yeah,
well acted,
because the way all these stories end, you don't expect any of it.
Yeah, it was
and then
great.
Even when there looks like there's a silver lining, there's not.
Man, I liked it. I like that series.
Right.
I like that series a lot. So
recommended.
We recommend it. You want a little bit of entertainment?
Paid by Netflix. We should start saying what we recommend. We should monetize some Netflix.
I know.
Shit.
Let's ask them to sponsor us.
We talk a lot about you guys. Maybe throw something our way.
Mics and there was a studio.
Maybe
a recording studio.
Soundproofing for the walls.
Now you want to talk about another trailer for Hannah Grace.
Oh, is it The Exorcism of Hannah Grace? Yes. It looks pretty damn good. It's got that girl, she's half Filipino. She's from Pretty Little Liars.
Don't know that.
Shay Mitchell, that's her name.
I don't think I know who that is.
I'll show you after this. But anyways, she plays kind of like a...
Keep going.
I think she's some kind of a doctor, something. I can't remember exactly. Or a coroner. Something where she works in the morgue and this body comes in who was possessed and the body's all contorted. Go check out the trailer. The trailer's pretty...
Oh, she is easy on the eyes.
I told you, because she's the same mix as us.
That's why we're so easy on the eyes.
No. Exactly why. So anyways, in this movie, it almost looks like a Japanese remake, kind of like The Grudge and The Ring.
Oh, okay.
A little bit, because
there's...
You saw the trailer. You see how things like the things coming crawling at her and stuff. So
yeah,
definitely looks scary. Spook factor, not gore, because I hate the gory ones. They're not even scary to me. But
do you think it's like the other exorcism movies? Like the latest one, not like the 70s one, but
there's like the Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Right. Did you get that impression from this? I kind of a little bit,
because those ones weren't that scary. Those were more of just the story of them getting possessed and trying to get exorcised.
Okay, good point. Those were based on true stories. How about this one? Is this one?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Because if it was, I think it would have been advertised more.
But as you said that, it
marketing
kind of sparked that question in my head.
Because that's more of a marketing thing. When it is based off of true events, they blurt that out.
So me and my wife were watching The Walking Dead, and the commercial for this came on, The Exorcism of Hannah Grace. And she was like, "Oh, what do you think about that?" And I wasn't too impressed with the trailer. I don't see myself at this point watching it. But maybe if I saw a different trailer, maybe I should watch one of the extended trailers more. And get
Did you watch the one I tagged you in?
No, because I already saw one, so I didn't really watch that. Was that a longer
the
one?
extended one.
So maybe I'll watch it and I'll see. But from what I watched, it didn't perk my interest much.
I think what perked my interest in it was the spook factor thing when it's like the body of this woman is sitting there in the morgue.
Okay.
And then it shows her a little bit later almost like haunting her. So that body's like crawling across her floor at home or something.
Yeah.
And that's the spook factor thing that got me. That I'm
well,
like,
that's just spooky. That's why.
Yeah. So
that's
I'm like,
spooky shit right there.
You got me. You reeled me in. So let's see what this is all about.
But yeah, so those are some trailers that we've seen recently, and we're gonna keep bringing more as we see them because we love movies.
Right.
And that's our podcast. But going back to football, because I'm like watching myself now that you say that, man, I do look like a commentator. I'm ready to announce some games.
I'd hire you for CBS.
Anything. Or Netflix.
They need to get some
Amazon
Prime.
There we go.
They're doing it.
Thursday Night Football. But I mean, talking about football, rivalry week was nuts. I mean, we're talking about Utah BYU, but also there was a game that set a record. Went to 7th overtime. The score was like in the 70s.
That's just too much.
It was already on when the Utes game came on, and it like went almost the whole time again. It was long, but it's cool. Yeah, I wouldn't have wanted to watch it, but I mean, I don't know how much of the fans stuck around.
I don't know if I could have waited that long in the stadium.
7th overtime. It's pretty nuts. It's pretty funny. But did you get anything for Black Friday? I know you had something in mind. Did you end up getting what you wanted?
I didn't find that great of deals, to be honest. Some of the things I was looking for, I had to wait till a certain time to order. And one thing I actually had to be at the store to get. But luckily my in-laws were there and was able to grab it for me.
So, I mean, they have Black Friday, then Cyber Monday. Now it's not even like Cyber Monday. It's like Cyber Week.
Yeah,
now.
Cyber Week.
Which I love.
From Friday,
I didn't really need anything this year.
Friday.
That's what it is, right?
Yes.
I didn't really need anything myself. I got a couple things that I just kind of was like, yeah, I want this.
There was nothing.
But nothing
really
I needed or I really had to get.
Nothing really caught my eye or nothing that... I mean, there was some sale on some microphones like I was saying I wanted.
Uh-huh.
But the way we're doing things right now, it just wouldn't make sense. So until we have a different setup or a different way of doing things, I think I'm going to wait on that.
Unless people want to help sponsor us.
Yeah, we'll turn that on.
So we got other couple exciting things here to talk about before we get to a world record breaking moment.
You know what else happened last week that we could talk about was the episode of Ghost Adventures.
Oh, it was in Eureka, Utah.
Which we have investigated.
Now, when you say Eureka, Utah, people are like, where the hell is that? Most people.
It's in Utah's armpit.
Yeah.
That's where you're going to find it.
That's a good way to
right
explain
next to the mole.
Because it took, an hour to get there?
It's more than that. It's about an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes away.
Like, going there didn't seem long, but when it was, like, late at night, we're driving back, it seems like forever.
Yeah, and it's like, holy shit, we went this far? Because that's about 45 minutes south from here. And then another, we got to head back west another, like, 30 minutes or so.
So over an hour. Just over an hour to get out to Eureka. So it's, like, southwest from the Salt Lake Valley.
Right. Well, the main street of Eureka, actually, a lot of people take that to get to this place called the Dunes, which is huge out here in Utah. They call it Little Sahara. It's where everyone goes dirt biking, four-wheeling, and it's just sand dunes for days. But to get there, a lot of people, the main way to get there is they take that highway right through the main town of Eureka. Yeah,
it was... it's weird watching the Ghost Adventures because, they have like the drones panning out. And it's like, wow, it's interesting because it's like, I've been there and it's on TV. So it's kind of interesting. It's also a different look to it for me as a viewer because we went at night and to see the daytime look different.
I've been there many different times of the day. I've been there a few times, but only spent time investigating that one time. Yeah.
And so in the show, they went to this mansion we haven't gone to, but we need to figure out how to get into that house.
I can talk. I know people.
They can get into that house?
Yes.
That was interesting. I want to check out that house.
And I read some comments about them being at that house from people that have actually been in that house. And they were saying how yes, that lady does do seances there. She's known for doing that. And that, yes, that place is haunted. But that dude, that weirdo that was there, no one's even heard of or seen this guy before.
Seemed like you're just a roommate, though. Or
Yeah,
just renting a room.
he was just like renting a room, but being super, super weird. But
super creepy.
Oh my god, that dude was a creep, right?
Yeah.
I was just like, I was almost wondering at a certain point if he was just brought in
playing
for ratings.
Or I wonder if he was playing it up because he's being recorded. He's maybe playing it up a little bit.
Right? And oh my god, they talk to some weirdos that almost seem like they play it up when they talk to him. And when they talk to him, they talk like, yeah, like this. And then they look at Zach all weird, and he does his weird, like, what the hell's going on?
Right.
But I almost felt like he was being over dramatized, or his character, if he was trying to play a character for this episode or something. But it was funny how everything he was saying about the town was demonic.
Quick history if no one watched the show. It was a mining town.
Yes, it was a mining town, now turned ghost town, which is actually still livable. There's people. It's like the biggest.
Yeah, just at the end of the main
inhabited
road. There's people
ghost
living.
town in Utah. Maybe in the West. I
mean,
don't know.
as we drive in and out, people are sitting on their porches, and talking as we would drive in and out. But there's
playing
basically
their banjos.
Playing banjos. How creepy would that be though if we drove by and they're playing a banjo? That would almost seem like a movie.
I've been through Ohio with some shit like that, where it's just cornfields and then like old spooky ass little houses.
But that seems like it should happen there.
Yeah, and then there are fireflies all around, and you're just driving by. Like I was rolling down my window, just expecting to hear.
Yeah, you should with a straw in their mouth.
So it's creepy.
It's a town, and they have an abandoned train car on one side, and on the other side it smells like piss.
They have Porter Rockwell's
old house
cabin, which was brought over there and sat there because this was Porter Rockwell's favorite town to get crazy in.
Oh, that's
because
right.
Eureka was a crazy ass town. There was brothels, bars, and Porter Rockwell. If you don't know this is a Utah thing. Brigham Young, the Mormon prophet who kind of brought everyone here to Utah because they thought they were in California, but they were here in Utah. Anyways, when he brought everyone here, Porter Rockwell was his henchman. He was his bulldog. He would take care of business and all that. And he was a rough guy. So he would go to Ogden, all the way north to Ogden, go all the way south down to Eureka, and he would just raise hell and get drunk. So with that being his favorite town, they transported his old cabin, and it's there in the town. I'm surprised they didn't even show that on Ghost Adventures. Or there's an old jail cell around. There's the sheriff's office, or an old like sheriff's office museum type thing, and around the backside there's an old jail cell that was actually a real jail cell, and there's mannequins sitting in it. And I remember we walked up to it at night, looked through the bars, and saw this mannequin. And it made me jump when I first saw that.
Yeah,
that shit scared the hell out of me.
I remember that. That's funny. Because it's an open jail cell out in the back.
And then
it's wide open.
And they only touched on this a little bit in the episode. They showed the graveyard.
I wonder. Sorry to cut off, but you were wondering why they didn't talk about some of the things. I think because the mansion was like last minute, and maybe that kind of cut things. Just an idea that came to me while you brought that up.
Maybe.
But keep going.
But that cemetery, it's massive. It is so massive. There's more dead people in that town than there are
have you seen
live
the
people.
cemetery?
Yes, I've investigated the cemetery.
You have? I don't think I've
And there's another cemetery owned by the Fitches. So you know how they went to the Fitch mansion?
Yeah.
There's actually a family cemetery for the Fitches that I went to and investigated.
Okay.
But the large cemetery, it's so massive. Anyways, there's no lights or anything. It's pitch black out there. And we went and investigated around there. And there was one spot where we drove to and I opened the car door and it sounded like kids laughing. And I was like, what the hell is that?
Interesting.
And then it started getting louder. And what it was is, there was this damn stupid ass cat came walking up to me going, meow, meow, meow. And it made me jump. I was like, stupid ass cat.
That's funny.
Well, we walked to start investigating. We picked up on something. And the cat started nudging it or rubbing itself on this headstone. I shine my light on the headstone, and the name on the headstone that the cat is doing that to is Pet.
Oh, interesting.
That was pretty nuts.
Very interesting.
But I was like, I ain't touching you, dirty ass cat. Gonna make my eyes water.
That's pretty interesting. So there's a few buildings. We went into a few. We were actually in a group, and they unlocked a lot of the doors, but not every door.
But
So
the ones they didn't unlock were unlocked for us.
Yep, somehow we got in.
Interesting.
But not much happened in those though.
No, we were not.
We were by ourselves.
Activity,
I mean, like I said, we were in groups, but we were by ourselves. A lot of other buildings, nothing happened. But there was I'd say 3 main buildings. So let's touch on that. One they didn't talk about is called the Topless Room or the Topless
Bar.
And what happens is,
well, first before we tell everyone about the nudity, there's no nudity.
There's literally no top on the ceiling.
No ceiling, no roof.
So there's like a stage up front and performances. I'm guessing
it's like a patio.
Yeah,
with a big wall in the front.
Yeah.
So instead of being like glass or bars or fencing, it's just like a regular brick wall for the front with windows, but then just no ceiling, and it just goes from building to building from the neighboring buildings. Yeah.
So so three main buildings that we noticed was that the Topless bar, because right next to it, after that patio area, like Dale said, you go to the side and there's a bar.
There's an actual old bar that used to be a bar.
Mm-hmm, the piano. And then the second building, which we'll talk about, and they talk about in the episode, was the bank. Mm-hmm. And then the third, we'll talk about last, is the Gatley building.
And then there was another building, I wish they would have, there was the restaurant that just shut down.
Oh, okay.
That one is really haunted, and that one is where the brothels were.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Up in the upper levels, those where the brothels were.
But we didn't investigate it.
No, because the owners did not want investigating there because they still
just
operating.
Opened as a
and
new
things
restaurant.
were happening. And the more they investigated, the more things would happen.
Yeah.
And so they were like, you know what? Let's just stop investigating here. Y'all can meet here and congregate here, but stop investigating here.
Yeah. And even in the Topless bar, we got like a couple hits on some of the devices, but nothing really definitive.
Actually, from the Topless bar going into the actual bar, we did get quite a bit in there. If you remember, we were using the Echo Vox, and we were asking...
Explain the Echo Vox.
The Echo Vox is a sweeping... so it has a male and female voice, and I can't remember the frequencies it picks up, but all it does is swirl. I mean, you can kind of rearrange the way you want to mix your audio up. But anyways, it's just kind of sweeping, and it just goes...
Yeah, just sweeping through white noise stations.
Right. Well, spirits can manipulate this to actually form real words. And the reason why this app is more... I believe this app more than other things is because it actually correlates with what you're doing. So, and we've had that happen multiple times with this app. So that's why.
Yeah, I mean, you've heard us tell stories in the family tree. That was the app we were using.
Yep. So with this app, and we were at that bar, we were asking, "Hey, what's your favorite drink?" And it said whiskey. If you remember that.
I don't remember that. I know we were having activity, and somebody stepped aside and took pictures at a distance of us because we were getting so much. I just don't remember what we were getting. So you have to remind me.
So that was some of it. We were asking, "What's your favorite drink?" And it was saying whiskey. I remember we asked how many of you were in here, and I can't remember the answer, but it was giving us the number count. And
I want to say 6 or 7.
It was something. It was up there. It was in the But I can't remember what other words were coming through, but it was actually correlating with the questions we were asking. That's why this app, I believe this app because it's. Or even those sweeping FM sweepers, I believe those too. Because if they're going through frequencies so fast that they can't actually give you words, and all of a sudden words come out with the same voice over multiple stations.
Yep.
So those are the ones that I like. But going back to the bank, that basement does have a bad entity in that basement.
So it's a vault.
Yes, it's a vault in the basement.
They don't lock it. You can go in, and it's pitch black down there.
But I want to say that's pretty much why that negative energy is down there. It's just because it looks like
cold,
a dungeon.
It's dark.
It looks like a straight-up dungeon.
It does, yeah. I mean, it's all brick and iron, basically.
Yeah.
And we went down there by ourselves, and we were down there in the basement by ourselves with our devices. And just... I remember I was trying to get activity by just, shaving a haircut, knocks. Mm-hmm. And no response. I said, hey, knock like this. And we weren't getting anything. After being, actually, me, myself, while I was down in that vault, the longer I was there, the more comfortable I was and the less scared I became. I just was like, I'm kind of cool.
It's not really that scary anymore being in those situations.
Yeah, like the more we do it maybe, or the more open I am to learn and be open to what can be out there, I get less scared.
Yeah.
I'll be like the first one to run in now. But I don't know how you felt down when we were down in that bank. But the longer I was down there, obviously, your eyes adjust. I could start seeing better. I started becoming more comfortable down there.
Yeah, once I was getting the feelings, but I still was trying, because when we went there, it was a couple years ago, and I was just kind of getting into opening myself back up. We weren't even part of this paranormal team yet. That we went there with the team that we're on now, but when we went there, we weren't on the team yet.
Right, we're just invited to join.
We were invited, and then we brought our own equipment, and we kind of just did our own thing.
Yeah.
And, we were avoiding everybody, because there was other groups there, so we were kind of avoiding everybody doing our own thing. But later on in the night, we met up at the Gatley building with some of the other people.
So if you remember when you, on the show, if you're watching the show, but whether you did or not, when you walk into the Gatley building, it's a former department store.
Yes, it's an old department store.
You can see display cases, glass display cases full of dust. I mean, they haven't been used. But in the very front, there's a well, and it goes deep.
Yeah, that well. Yeah, I would say it drops about 15 to 20 feet.
Yeah, I was going to say 20. So, yeah, about 20 feet. It goes down, and they say there's a gun down there. Someone threw a gun as evidence.
Right, but yet nobody's been able to find it, and they say the water's only about knee deep, and they were going to allow one of my friends to go down there and retrieve it if he wanted to. So he was telling me to bring my my metal detector with me.
Oh,
I never did. And the one time I did bring my metal detector with me, we didn't... he wasn't able to get a hold of the person who could open it up for us. But
I mean, I don't want to go down there because I don't trust those stairs.
I don't trust it either. Well, that wood is the ladder that's in there.
That's old as shit.
It's probably 100 years old.
Yeah,
I'm not trusting it.
It
just looks like slivers too.
Oh yeah,
It just looks
it's gonna break, and as you try to catch up, you can get slivers all up your hands.
Oh yeah,
and then how are you gonna get back up? So I was asked to go down there too. You know what? If I felt comfortable with that ladder and I had some waders on, I'd do it.
Bring your own.
But
bring your own ladder. Bring your own waders. I got all of the above and a metal detector.
Yeah,
let's go get it. I'm surprised they didn't even let them try to go get it.
Or they didn't want to, or they weren't prepared. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But in there, that's where they got a lot of their activity. Was in this Gatley building. They brought a guest in from People Magazine, I think, and that's where we got a lot of activity ourselves.
Yes. So in the back, if you go to the back of the building, there was this
set of stairs. That we were talking about?
No, I was talking about that back room. There's a separate room.
Where they have an old equipment, mining equipment?
Yes.
Yeah, they have a lot of old mining equipment.
It looked almost like they had a museum there at one time, maybe. Just because some of the items there.
Yeah, because really old items. Old mining equipment. Yeah,
pickaxes, helmets,
shovels,
lights,
all sorts of stuff.
And in there, we were picking up on a certain somebody that was coming through on the Echo Box and talking, along with using other devices like the Ghost Meter Pro, getting yes and no responses.
And they seemed like they kept coming and going. Like they come, interact with us, leave for a minute, come back.
Exactly. And when they would do that and give responses, one of the times that this was happening, we were talking to the spirit. You pulled out your camera and took a flash picture.
Right. So, what I'm using is an old phone. An old iPhone that it's deactivated, and so when you're in dark, because we do this in
because if you don't know this, your smartphone can be used for multiple devices for ghost hunting.
Yeah, voice recorder, flashlight, camera, video, all sorts of stuff.
Yep.
You can even get attachments for to make it like a thermal camera.
Yep.
So we do this in pitch black. We're in pitch black. So as I go to snap the picture, it kind of flashes a little bit first to kind of get so it focuses.
Double flash.
Yeah, it does a double flash. There you go. So it can focus and then it'll snap. So I'm doing this kind of randomly, and I'm facing the stairs. And so again, if you watched the last Ghost Adventures, they were on this stairs, and the lady from People Magazine was on the stairs. She felt like she was getting wind. They debunked it. There was a crack in the wall.
Right.
So
we actually felt that wind too. When they said they felt that wind, I remember feeling the wind in one of the corners by some of the old equipment.
Did you know that there was a crack or something?
I could tell.
There's a door at the top of the stairs, and that's sealed off. It just goes outside.
I remember feeling that wind and kind of following up and kind of seeing that it's coming through the rocks.
And while Zach is on the stairs, he feels something hit his hand. Also sees a light leave. So this is all evidence on the show if you watch Ghost Adventures. Now, going back to our story, I'm looking at those same exact stairs, and I snap. While I snap, while it's flashing, to get the focus, I see this light rise up.
Oh yeah, rises up and comes at you.
It comes at me. I see it. I'm getting chills telling the story now. I see this light rise up, and I don't think of anything at first because I always see a lot of things moving. Most of the time, it's dust.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it's dust.
You could tell when it's
actually
dust.
99.5% of the time is dust.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anything of it. I see this. It's a larger, brighter light than I usually see. I still didn't think much about it. All of a sudden, it's flashing a couple times to get the focus. I'm seeing this rise up during the flashes, and then it darts at me.
Right.
And
it
takes the picture
from behind you.
I literally step backwards because I think it's going to nail me right in the face.
Yes.
And while it did that, okay, I got another story on that one. Okay, well, it's a continuation. But yes, it almost hits, I feel like it's going to hit me right in the face. I step backwards because I think it's going to nail me. You see me step backwards. I'm like, whoa.
But what was crazy is usually when that happens, it's like a bug. It's like a flying insect.
Yes.
Well, with it flashing and everything, and I mean, there's enough ambient light from the moon that your eyes get well adjusted that you can see things, especially with the flash kind of lighting things up.
Uh-huh.
There were no bugs.
And this was October, November. There are none of those bugs.
Right.
It's free. It snowed on us that night.
It was a snowstorm coming on. That was a shit show.
In fact, we left maybe like an hour earlier than planned because it started snowing so
right.
bad. Those bugs are not around during that season.
So what was crazy is after that happens and we start questioning some more, you face the other way because I was like, hey, why don't you see if it flew past you one way, turn around and take a picture in that direction because maybe whatever that was is behind you now.
Uh-huh.
And I remember you did that again, and again, it did the same thing where it came at you and flew back where it came from.
Yes and no. So me and Lurch were back to back. I was shooting at the stairs again. He was shooting directly behind me because of what you said.
Right.
That way, we didn't get anything else. I then went on my own, and I went past that wall to where you were saying the separation was from the department store into that
back
old
room.
Mining equipment stuff. I was in that mining area, which is at the same area where the stairs are, by the way, just opposite side of the room. And I'm facing into the department store. And I go to take it again, and then I see it come at me again. This time I'm not as scared, but I remember it came at my face, and I saw it. I didn't catch, because it came quick, I didn't catch that picture. But the first picture that I caught, I will share that on our social media, so watch out for that coming soon. But anyway, I did snap. I didn't catch it on the second time, but what it did is it came at me. I wasn't as scared this time, and it went kind of to my right.
Oh, yeah, it went to the side of you.
And I remember I stopped. I stopped breathing. I stopped moving for a second because I was waiting to hear if I could hear wings, just in case. Because there's no reason there should be a fly or a bug. Because like I said, it's November. Mm-hmm. It's snowing. They're not around. But anyway, just in case, I remember I stopped. I don't remember if I closed my eyes or not because it's pitch black. But I do remember I stopped breathing and I just stopped. I didn't move and I just perked up my ears to listen. No sound. So pretty interesting. I got the chills again telling that story.
And then I do remember when it came down to that light energy that we were seeing, because of what it was, we could tell, okay, this is a spirit energy. But we came to the conclusion of asking the questions with the devices we had was that this spirit did not want to be pictured in pictures or photographed. Didn't like that. So when we saw it on Ghost Adventures in the same area, we're like, oh shit, it's that same dude
right by those stairs.
Does not want to be on camera.
Yeah. So it was funny, interesting.
But
story.
we even had, I believe we had that looked at by Brandy, didn't we? And she said
I had that looked up by two mediums.
They said it was spirit energy.
Yeah, Caden and Brandy.
Mm-hmm.
Caden told me he sees a face. He sees a face in that orb. He's like, I see a face. He's not happy. He said it was a guy. Showed it to Brandy. Brandy said yes. She also confirmed it was a guy. I didn't say male or female. They both actually, two different occasions, actually months, actually probably a year apart.
Mm-hmm.
A year apart. They both said, yeah, it's a male. But Brandy did say that if you're looking at the picture, again, I'll post it. On the right, by the stairs, there is a person just standing there. She can see these in pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the left, against the wall, walking on the floor, is a cat, spirit of a cat. So,
Awesome.
so she actually sees 3 spirits in that picture. One is the orb, and just to say, me and Dill are not big fan of orbs. Like when we see orbs,
I hate orbs.
we don't think anything. of it.
Anytime somebody posts one online, a lot of times I'm just laughing about it because I'm like, why would you even bother?
But this one, I saw with my bare eyes come up from the ground and dart at me.
Yeah, I'd say
no sound though.
99 out of 100 times, it's gonna be dust, bugs, or moisture in the air.
Yeah. So interesting. Fun.
But,
This was a fun episode. We'll post a picture.
But that's cool that Ghost Adventures is coming to Utah a lot. Except everything with them is so dark and demonic and everything's bad. I'm just like, dude,
they're
knock
getting ratings.
it off.
They're trying to pull ratings
every time. I'm like, your show would be so much better if you'd stop being little bitches about everything being demonic. I'm to the point I hate that word.
Me too.
Demonic. Everything's demonic.
Well, I'm taking my headphones off.
Why?
Because we're going to set a new world record.
Of?
Every year, my wife, I get her Ferrero Rochers.
Which is every girl's favorite candy.
So delicious. So delicious. And I saw that there is a world record. There's actually 2 world records.
Who can get diabetes faster?
Yeah. This YouTuber named Furious Pete has 2 Ferrero Rocher world records. We're going to attempt to break one right now. And it's the most eaten in 1 minute.
Okay, what's the rules?
So yeah, I'm going to do the rules. I'm going to go first, and I'm going to have you do the timer.
Okay, I got a timer right here.
Well, I didn't want to use the phone in case someone called or something during that ruins it. So I got my iPad here. So, but I also have my iPad here for the rules. So, each Ferrero Rocher needs to stay wrapped until the timer starts.
Okay.
So you can't unwrap them until the timer starts. You can't drink water.
Okay. So we're set. We have no liquids here.
Yeah. And what I'm seeing is people kind of they're getting caked in the back of their throat. So that's where the hiccup might be, I think.
Ah.
I should drink a bunch of water before I started. Now I think about it.
Some olive oil.
Yeah, there we go. So no drinking water. All have to be wrapped. You can't unwrap it until the timer starts. You have to fully eat one before you start the next one.
So it has to be swallowed and everything.
Yeah, and whatever you finish in the minute counts. So the world record is 9. Furious
sounds
Pete.
like a straight up professional sport with all these damn
I know.
rules.
Well, it's a Guinness World Records, you know? Yeah. So I put in an application, but it takes a long time to get approved. So I'm going to do the challenge now anyway.
Yeah. If you win, we'll just send in the video to YouTube.
Yeah.
We got this on tape.
We'll be on tape. So I'm going to do it the fastest in a minute. So the record's 9.
Okay, I'll let
someone
you
else
go,
is tied.
and then I'll decide whether or not I want to compete.
We'll keep the mics here. So I'm a little nervous. So the world record's 9. I'm going to go.
Are you going to give me the iPad so I can...
So let me get to the timer section. And maybe have it... Actually, you know what? I'm going to move the mic on this side. No, have the mic... Or have the timer in front. In the camera. Have it in the camera.
Okay.
I'm gonna lay it out. So 9 is the record held by Furious Pete, and another individual has tied him.
I'm going to root you on.
Oh boy. I'm a little nervous.
So what do this? Oh, you already have it set for 1 minute exactly.
Yeah. So, yeah, maybe move it closer. There we go. And
I'm so ready for this.
I'm a little nervous. So I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I got 10 here.
That's not going to beat a record.
10 will beat the record.
10? I thought you said 19.
9.
Oh my god.
That's why at first I think this is doable. I can eat 10 Ferrero Rochers. I love them. Now I haven't...
feel like I've eaten more than these at one sit down and not
Exactly. But no water in a minute.
Okay.
Now I'm a little nervous. But I thought this will be fun. This will be fun. So I'm going to set a world record. And I got more here in case I need them. Otherwise, Dale's going to go next. But I'm going to space them out here. Or maybe especially the first one.
So you're really hyping yourself up for this.
I am. I wish I would have drank more water right now. But are you ready to hit the timer?
I'm ready.
You let me know when you hit it.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. You're wasting all that time.
I know.
No, you have to be fully eaten.
I know. I'm just getting it unwrapped. This is taking longer than I thought to swallow.
I wonder if that guy was just swallowing them whole like a baby bird.
Yeah, chew up.
Oh, you're losing time. Oh, you're halfway through already.
Really?
Yep. You're spending so much time chewing.
I can't swallow.
You're like the turtle. You're like a turtle trying to eat.
I can't swallow them. How many is that? 3?
Yeah, and you got 20 seconds left.
Sure.
Oh man, you're gonna choke yourself.
Oh yeah, I can't swallow them.
It's like doing it with peanut butter.
What time do I got left?
Oh, you're almost out of time. 3, 2, 1.
Holy shit, I only got 3 done.
Yep.
Are you gonna try it?
Okay, I'll try it. I kind of just want to try it just to see if I can beat your ass.
Alright.
Just give me 5.
I got 3, I'm working on my 4th. That's a lot harder than I thought. Wow. How many you got here?
Huh? 3, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, I'm gonna timer.
Okay. Here we go. I'm ready when you're ready.
Alright. And go.
There we go.
One. Well, it's not even done yet. There's one. I like your technique. There's 2. You're on track to beat me so far. Is that 3? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh my god.
There's 4. So you already beat me. I think I was talking too much too.
That's where I'm going to end it.
Well, you wouldn't finish because it's time's up now.
I could tell. I only got like 5 seconds left. I'm like, well, I tried.
Well, we attempted a world record and failed miserably.
But I got halfway. Oh,
No.
4?
Yeah.
I could have went for 4.5. That would have been halfway.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But my first attempt in getting halfway to the world record, I'm okay with that.
So the other one is the fastest in eating 15.
That just sounds like you just want people just want to throw up. Like, why do people just want to like make themselves?
Here's the thing:
puke?
this guy, Furious Pete, he's got a YouTube channel. He's got a lot of these challenges in his world record attempts, and
He's that buff dude, huh?
he's buff, yeah. I don't know what else these must be his cheat days. That's what I would assume.
He's not ripped. I don't think he has to worry about cheat days.
Well, anyway, guys, that was fun. Did you have fun with that?
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
It was a good episode.
They're a lot harder to eat faster than you'd think they are. Try it, everybody. Try the challenge.
Try the challenge.
Let us know how many you get.
Let us know how many you get. We'll put a comment on there. You guys go for it. We'll put the rules on there, too. Tell us what you guys get. This is the season for Ferrero Rocher anyway.
Yeah, they're everywhere right now.
Did you know they make Nutella? Same company?
Yeah, I do. I found this out a couple years ago.
They make good stuff.
So you know it's good. That's why I said it's like eating peanut butter, because it's just like nothing but Nutella with a full piece of hazelnut.
So good, though.
Mm-hmm.
But I might be Ferrero Rocher out, though.
Me too. I'm good for the season.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching another episode of the Buko Boys.
Or listening, because not everyone's watching.
Or, yeah.
All right, everybody, have a good one.
Go Utes.
Ow!